Hello, my name is Eddie Tofpik. I'm Head of Technical Analysis and Senior Markets Analyst at ADM Investor Services International Limited. Here's your daily technical analysis of stock index futures. I'll start with the UK FTSE futures. Second bullish white soldier on Friday and a fresh all-time high and high close, and a more than suitable follow-on higher to the previous two-day bullish separating lines pattern, which is actually a significant bullish continuation pattern. Interestingly, prices closed up on the lesser projected Fibonacci line at 72.87. Overall, the base of the action was once again supported by the recent uptrend, currently at 72.55, that has now become part of the late September to date rising wedge pattern. This rising wedge pattern is newish, but it has some potential. So far today, a steady market, holding around Friday's close and the lesser projected Fibonacci line at 72.87. The next overhead resistance is the upper trend line of this rising wedge pattern. That's currently at 73.58, which raises all sorts of interesting possibilities. German DAX futures. A schizophrenic pattern on Friday, and also in its own way another interesting piece of action. It was a third consecutive indecisive pattern with the highest all-time high, open and close as well. But, and it is an important but it was also a key reversal up at the same time. See what I mean by being schizophrenic? It nevertheless seems the market is ever so slowly, cautiously trying higher, but sometimes seems none too keen about it. Above, we now have a possible large upper bull channel line currently at 16.331, and seemingly little else until the higher 50% projected Fibonacci line at 16.637. Meanwhile below, well, it's, as I previously said, bar this congestion around the highs, roughly between the lesser projected Fibonacci line at 15.970 and the previous all-time high at 16.024, we have little in the way until the congestion a little way below, which includes within it the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 15.629, the flatlining medium moving average currently 15.606, and the flatlining short medium moving average currently 15.572. So far today, not much, opening around the mid-August high and staying either side of it, plus within Friday's range. So there's no follow-on higher to Friday's key reversal up as yet. US E-mini S&P futures. Yet another new all-time high and high close yesterday as the market utilized as a base the broken upper trend line currently 46.75 of the old June to September rising wedge pattern, and that's currently at 46.26 to 46.75. It was closing for a second consecutive time clear up over it. This has now moved on from just being a suitable follow-on to the recent bullish engulfing pattern into something a little bit more special and obviously a little bit more bullish. The market has obviously made a huge effort to dispel the shadow of September's monthly key reversal down. This earlier pattern obviously had some big strategic implications, and whilst I did not necessarily expect an immediate move, these actions in October and now November have been a huge counter to it. Yet it's still worth remembering that the action during September still exists, and we may see some reminders of that. Overhead, we now have the next 50% projected Fibonacci line at 46.95, which was pierced on Friday but not closed over, and a speculative possible target X. Yes, target X in the 47.72 area. This target X is for the broken old rising wedge pattern. I'm not overly keen on this idea topside, but it seems appropriate that I share it just in case. Meanwhile below, with the broken lower rising wedge trend line currently at 46.26, and then the September high at 45.49.5. So far today, a lower open just above the upper trend line of the broken rising wedge pattern, and a test down towards it which has held. We've since moved up and gotten stuck just under the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 46.95. French CAC 40 futures. Another new all-time high on Friday, this time with a straightforward bullish white soldier, and seemingly clearing up some of its earlier schizophrenic behavior. Below, we now have the support of the 100% projected Fibonacci line at 69.68, the 50% projected Fibonacci line at 69.12, and the previous September 2000 all-time high at 69.51. Overhead, we have come closer to target X1 in the 70.95 area, the initial target for the recent June to October diamond continuation pattern. We have a secondary target X2 in the 72.75 area, which would obviously be harder to get. In between here and there, we have seemingly very little apart from the 100% projected Fibonacci line at 71.36. So far today, a slightly lower open, but then a move higher, coming close to Friday's all-time high. Thank you for listening. This short version broadcast gives essential market patterns and consequences. Please be aware of the risk disclaimer posted with this broadcast. Copyright is Tofpik and ADM Investor Services International Limited. And here comes the final bit.